Okay, so hello friends. My name is Sajad Burawala, or I got All India Rank 141 in NEET 2017 examination. I am currently in third year, based in CGS Medical College and KM Hospital, Mumbai. So I was helping NEET students and J students for means their preparation, and my friends suggested to also make videos for this 10th standard student. So I am making you and many means I have taken suggestion from some people. So they said to start with physics. So I am doing the chapter of electricity, and I will make you understand this chapter very nicely. Your syllabus will be covered, and also I will tell you, make you understand many things out of context within 2.5 hours, not more than that, and you will understand this chapter very easily. Okay. So first, uh, most of the students would know. Still, I would tell you about structure of atom. So atom consists of this nucleus, and surrounding there are these orbits in which the electron revolves, and in nucleus the neutrons and protons are present. These protons have positive charge, as you can remember by P and P, while this neutral, they don't have charge, we call them neutral, and these electrons have negative charge. Now one thing you need to know is that electrons have very negligible mass as compared to the neutrons and mass of neutrons and protons. Now every neutrons have same, means mass of one neutron is almost same to the mass of proton. You need to know this, although it is not given in your book. Mass of the neutron, you must have learned this in 9th standard also, that mass of the neutron is same as mass of the proton. It is slightly more of neutron, but it is almost similar only, not much difference. While their mass of neutron or proton are very greater than mass of electron, approximately 10,000 times greater than. Mass of one proton is approximately 10,000 times greater than mass of electron. So what we consider that electrons have negligible mass, and most of the mass of the atoms is present in protons and neutrons. That means it is present only in the nucleus. And let me give you an idea about the size of nucleus and size of this whole atom. So if you consider a tennis ball with which you play cricket as a nucleus, then the size of nucleus is compared with the tennis ball. Then the size of atom will be even bigger than the whole football field. Okay, and mass of, charge of, just like there is mass, there is charge. Charge of proton is every charge, SI unit of charge is that is defined as coulomb. Just like mass unit we take in kg, proton unit is defined in coulomb, and charge of one proton is called as 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulomb. It is positive, and same charge minus 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulomb is present in electron. This is the charge of one electron, q electron, and this is q proton. So charge of proton and electron are almost equal, but with means equal only, not almost exactly equal, but in opposite in signs. So those mostly atoms in the steady state have exact number of protons and electrons, so that net charge is neutron. But if any electron is removed, see, proton cannot be removed from an atom. Electron can be removed and electron can be added. If electron is added to the atom, stable atom or neutral atom, then you tell me what should be charge of this new atom ion form. Whenever electron is added, it should be negatively charged, because one negative charge is added, negatively charged, and this thing we called as anion. You remember anion. And if the neutral atom, electron is removed from the neutral atom, electron is removed, means minus electron, so this net charge will become positively charged ion, and this ion is called as cation. Okay, now you must remember one thing, that on cathode is negative charge and anode is positive charge. But this is opposite. Don't confuse with that. A, P, you must have remembered by Cartoon Network that cathode is negative. But cation is always positive. Cathode is negatively charged. Why cation is called cation? Because this is that ion which goes towards the cathode. Cathode is always negatively charged. By this you have to remember, you remember this by C and Cartoon Network. Cathode is negatively charged. See, cathode you have learned or you might be learned you will be learned that there are two electrodes. One positive electrode is called anode and negative electrode is called cathode. So you remember cathode negative by Cartoon Network, and negative charge attracts always positive charge. So positive charge is cation and negative electrode is cathode, and negative always attracts positive. So cathode is negative, so it will attract positive charge and it attracts the positive charge. So this positive charge, as it goes towards the cathode, it is called as cation. And anode is positively charged. Anode is positively charged, and it attracts negatively charged. Opposite things attract. It's obvious. So positively charged which attracts negatively charged ion, and that ion we call this anion. So please remember this thing. Cation is positively charged and anion is negatively charged. This will help you. This is basic thing for 11th standard, but this video is as for 10th standard. I am means trying to make them understand these things. Okay. Now let's come on your main chapter, that is electricity. So in this chapter we will learn about we will learning about electric current. Okay. So we are learning about electric current. So what is electric current? See, you must have heard about water current or air current. When water flows along the river, we call it as water current. When air moves from with speed, we call it as air current. Similarly, the electric charge that move across the conductor, we call it as electric current. Okay. So electric current is the nothing but movement of electric charge across the conductor, and it is defined as rate of movement of charge, means amount of charge that flow per unit time, means charge per time. This is what we call as electric current. So if Q coulomb charge, I told you that SI unit of charge is coulomb. Q coulomb charge flow in t second, I will say that I is equal to Q by T coulomb per second. Current is present in wire, and this SI unit of current, this coulomb per second, is known as ampere. Okay, ampere. Okay, so this was about electric current, and now let me give you an example. Okay, so suppose 5 ampere current is flowing in a wire. Okay, 5 ampere current is flowing in a wire, and for it is flowing for 10 seconds. Then it is asked that how much charge will be have moved across this wire. Then how will you answer? Same thing, simple thing. You know the formula is I is equal to Q by T. You know value of I is given as 5. You know value of T is given as 10 seconds. So Q will get 5 into 10, that is I into T is equal to 50 coulomb. Okay, this was simple question. Now suppose 20 coulomb charge has been flow in 3 minutes. Then tell me what is the value of current. So again the formula of current I was I is equal to Q by T. So in place of Q you will add 20. In place of T you will add time. So won't add here 3 minutes, because this time we will always consider in the SI units, that is seconds. So we will write here 3 into 60. So you will get answer current I will be 1 by 9 ampere. Okay, I hope it is clear. And now you have to remember that the instrument used to measure current is called as ammeter. The current unit of current I have told you is ampere. So it is measured, the instrument which it measures current is called as ammeter. And very important question is asked as this ammeter is connected always in series for measuring the current, because see, this is a resistor. See, let me tell you the difference between series and parallel. So if this is R1 and this is R2, in this connection is in series, while if this is R1 and this is R2, then this connection is in the parallel. So how would you define a connection